So the first model we are going to discuss is the democratic pluralist model. So under this model, it is assumed that policies are made for the majority of the people, to benefit the majority of the people. It also assumes that government always tries to ascertain people's needs. So they want to make policies, they ask people what they want, and they make those policies. So power is not with the government or with the elites, it's with the people. It's an ideal situation. So democratic pluralist model is something which we want to have, but it is usually not there. So even when they are democracies, the democratic pluralist model doesn't really fit. It is which should be there, but it's usually not there. So this democratic pluralist model may perhaps have worked in only the Greek city-states, where people were actually standing and voting for policies. Now there are representative governments. So, we vote for MNAs and MPAs and senators, and then they make the policies. They become the ministers and prime ministers and presidents, and they make the policies. So, and of course, the MNAs and the presidents and prime ministers are influenced by wealth, social rank, organization, by the party policies and all that. So public good or public interest is there, but it's not maybe always the major deciding factor. So people are now disillusioned by the democratic pluralist model because how it has worked, now how it actually works. So if you look at this model, it is there are influences of wealth, there are influences of special interests and foreign interests. So why wealth? So governments need wealthy people. So they want taxes. If they want to spend, if they want to get re-elected, they have to spend, they have to take care of the people. So if there is no money, you cannot implement your own policies. So government needs wealthy people. Even the MPAs, MNAs, when it's so costly to run elections, they need wealthy people to finance them. And even the ordinary people, they are influenced by the wealth. So wealth has a major influence on democratic polities. Then there are special interests who want to have some special policies. They are organized, they are issue specific, and they have the finances. So if doctors wants to reduce their hours of work, they are issue specific. So they clearly know their objective. They are organized because they are doctors' associations, and they have the finances. They can pool together. The opposite party is the population. So if the number of hours of work is decreased, who suffers? It's the ordinary people. But they are not organized. They don't have finances, and they have many other concerns except with their health. So they are not that concerned. So doctors or special interests will win, and people will lose in democratic model. Then there are foreign interests. So governments or democratic governments say that we are going to make policies for the people, but they are influenced by the great powers. So great power influence, for example, now Pakistan is under an IMF program. So because of that, and IMF, most of the voting rights or a major shareholder of IMF is the US. So whatever US says, we have to accept, or most of it we have to accept. Similarly, China has CPEC. So they are investing billions of dollars in Pakistan. So if China says something, even if it's not in the interest, the governments are obliged to do that. So these are the things the governments have to accept because of the power of the international community or foreign governments. So But is there a better model than the democratic pluralist model? No, because even when it's faulty, when wealth and special interests and foreign interests influence it, it's still better than other models. Thank you.